Hey, what's going on to you Geminis out there? Hope y'all are having a great day. You have the Ten of Swords, the Page of Cups, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. Y'all know how it is that I see any 8 cards that pop up. I love it. I love it because it means that you're in a position to pretty much take it or leave it. Now, let's get into it. So, the Ten of Swords and the Page of Cups primarily speaks to how others... Let me close the door real quick. Excuse me. This primarily speaks to how you Geminis ultimately are really in a situation where someone is delusional. You know, I may get a little bit kind of big here, or, you know, just to kind of give you the perspective. The way that modern day relationships are panning itself out, it's panning itself out, and I'm so glad that it is. But it's planning itself out from a perspective of like, if a person can't really show value immediately, then they're out. You know, this trying to take advantage of another person and use them and misuse and treat them like trash and all that, that's not working anymore, right? It's going to work for some, but for a large portion, it's not going to work. And that's the same kind of scenario that what's playing itself out now. The Ten of Swords and the Page of Cups, this person that you know, that you stop talking to, and it also has to deal with people that you are talking to currently as well, or trying to get to know, right? Not necessarily exchanging numbers, but trying to get to know. And the reason why is because the delusion is too strong. We're in a time right now where delusional people who think that they're all that are really not getting it. Like they continuing to hold on to this delusion, and they understand it, but they're acting like they don't care. And it's like they're gonna have to care. They're gonna have to actually care, because they're the people who know what's going on both sides, they're out. They're not playing the game. They're not wasting their time, myself included. So I don't date in the US. I refuse to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, serious. I refuse to. And it's the same scenario for you Geminis, the Eight of Pentacles. A lot of you Geminis, you understand your value, and you see how things are moving today. But I said all that to say it's the same scenario, because it's the same thing as delusional people are not really aware. They're aware of it, but they're still playing They're still playing stupid. They're still acting like they want to deliberately miss the point. And it's like, the more they do that, is the more worse it gets for them. So it's like it's over, you know. And I'm so glad that it actually is over. And I want it to be over forever. Honestly, I want the state of dating to change for good, because we've already lived through this with Rome and other civilizations, right? The Moorish American civilizations, where a lot of us would sell out. And once again, I'm saying all that to say a lot of those people don't really understand what type of time it is. You Geminis going up to some people and like you're trying to get to know them, and they're still holding on to this delusion. They're still not humble enough to get off of that acting. They're still acting. They're trifling. They're still putting on this act like everything is okay and everything is good, and turning you Geminis off, mind you, because you Geminis have self-worth. And a lot of y'all are like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you going up to them, talking to them, hey, what's going on with you? Hey, you know, I saw you, I want to get to know you a little bit better. I'm gonna give you my number, or let's exchange numbers or whatnot. And the person's like, no. And you Geminis are like, okay, you're going off, right? And it's the same scenario. And like for you Geminis, it's like you Geminis are like, it's dirt off your shoulder, because what world are these people truly living in where they have these endless lines of people? This is how it is that you know that it's a lie, because in like we're living in a world right now where the reality is everybody got to go get their own, and that all of this mixed signals crap, that stuff's not working anymore. The new game is you have to directly walk up to the person and tell the person directly, I like you. I want to get to know you. Would you be interested in getting on both sides? Would you be interested in getting to know me? And if you don't do that, and if you don't do that and the other person don't do that, you just miss out. Right? Who cares? So this is what a lot of people don't get. So a lot of you Geminis see that for what it is. Like, and that's why a lot of you Geminis are just kind of unbothered. Well, not kind of, you are unbothered, because it's the scenario of like, you're the one that's actually approaching, and they still delusional. They stay delusional. The Page of Swords is about how, still on this played out stuff where they just think that they could dub as many people as they possibly can, say no to everybody, and continue to have endless supply or endless lines of people still trying to get to know them and see what they are about, talk to them. That's not how it was ever been. But even truth be told, it's never been like that. Delusional people, my dear Geminis, may have had more people who would have came and hollered at them, said what's up to them, approached them, but it was never an endless supply, is what I'm really starting to really find out about it. But it's even less now, and delusional people really can't afford to be out here playing games anymore. So, and that's what's so funny to you, because the Fool card represents time is on your side. The reason why I say time is on your side, Gemini, is because y'all are the ones that's out here trying to get to know people. So the only type of people that are actually going to be in a relationship with you are people who seriously want to be in one. For all those people who want to just play games or act like they want to be in one, but not really, they're wasting their time. And it's a good thing that they're wasting their time, because what have I been saying? What have I been saying for the longest time? People gonna get clowned. What have I been saying, my dear Geminis? I said that when people come to the internet talking this nonsense, people are gonna start to clown them even worse, because how come I can't find anybody? Then when somebody walks up to them, hi, I'm such and such, on either side, right? I would like to get to know you better. I saw you and I just thought that I would really like to get to know you better. Let's exchange numbers. Let me give you my number. Let's exchange numbers, Oh, move on out the way. How come I can't find anybody? I told you, Geminis, that people gonna start clowning people for doing that. Because just be transparent with what it is that you want. If there's a lane open for absolutely everybody, there really is. There's a lane open for people who want to have partners and want to be with other people. There's a lane open for people who want to be monogamous. People who want to be transactional. There's a lane open for absolutely everybody. The rainbow community. We're literally living in a time where you pick them. Pick which one you like. Pick whatever you like and you could have it. You have a chance at it. Right? But then you still have people who are concealing their intentions. That's a dub. All of that is going out, because now it's, if you don't state what it is that you want, no one is going to take you seriously, because you won't just go and do it. You won't just practice it. You won't just state what you want, right? The person is constantly confused. They stay saying one thing, but stay doing another. So the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups is about how you Geminis are not wasting time. Y'all gonna be out here getting to know other people and trying to find which lane y'all get in and what's right for you. And the Three of Cups, hey, you Geminis are getting some people who are like, yeah, let's exchange numbers. Yeah, let's do it. So it's not like y'all are going out here and y'all are not getting anything. No, you Geminis are actually out here like, yo, I saw you from around the way. I want to get to know you. Let's exchange numbers. What's your name? Let's exchange numbers. Let's do it. And like I said, those people are like, yeah, let's do it. The Nine of Swords and the Hierophant is about how, because you Geminis just want to be able to actually be with someone and treat them well and progress in the relationship and get better. The both of you. A functional one. So a lot of y'all probably got a couple of people that are interested, or more than a couple, because a couple means two. But you probably got one or two or a little bit more interested in you Geminis, and you Geminis are like, okay, well, let the games begin, right? No games, no pun intended, but let it begin. Let's actually begin to date them and find out who's the best suited for you. And you Geminis are correct. So I just want to say, you Geminis, y'all did the right thing. If you ask me, y'all did the more advantageous, astute thing, because, and I've said this before, the games are becoming extinct. People talk about the game. The games only are good when people are okay with that. Like, people are burned out. I'm burned out. People are burnt out. They're tired of the games, the inconsistency, the getting nothing, the constant, you're putting in work, you're putting in effort, you're putting in money, you're doing everything that people either flat out tell you it's the right thing to do, right? When they're lying to you, which is egregious in and on itself, lying to you, or they'll try to imply or kind of point you in the right direction inconclusively that this is the way to do it, and then you do it, and then what happens? You get clowned. You don't get what it is that you thought you would have get. What you thought you would have gotten. You don't get the relationship. So now you start thinking to yourself, well, okay, my gosh, what is the point? What is the actual point in the first place if that's the case? Like, what exactly is the freaking point? Like, if you're doing, and I definitely know the feeling, Gemini, trust me, because I tried so many different angles, trying to be chivalrous, trying to be the bad boy, trying to be the bohemian sister, goddess, queen. None of that stuff works. I tried being the player. Let me learn some game. Let me start feeding a couple of lines and escalating situations. None of that crap worked. None of that bougie, nonsensical, none of that stuff worked. What works is me not caring is what works, because I'm burnt out. I'm tired of engaging with people, and I spent a lot of time, Gemini. I spent a lot of time, my dear Geminis, literally like going on dates with a little bit of money in my pocket, but still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do to make my money, to what's gonna be my money maker. You know what I'm saying? Like, figuring out a vision that I had for myself, and being a teenager or being a young adult, right, in his early 20s. and like not having any money, going to college, going to these different places that is said numerous times that I'm supposed to be in a position. So I definitely understand it. I definitely understand. Let's clarify the Hierophant. I definitely understand it. I definitely understand it. People treating me with a very cold demeanor, but treating other people with and treating them with soft gloves, treating them with an even though it's fake, even though I know that it's fake, it's an overabundance of it though. It's like soft shoeing and trying hardest not to it's tap dancing, and it's like dang, like I can't even so much as get a please. I can't even so much as get a thank you, you know. And then to hear other people who who live by the same thing, it's like I'm done, you know. So to clarify the Hierophant, 5 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, the Devil, Hanged Man, 10 of Wands. To clarify the Hierophant, right? The 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords, because it's huge. The thing is that we're in a. The truth is that we're in a time where games don't work. The age of Pisces, no disrespect, but the age of Pisces is over. You don't have a choice but to come clean now. You have a choice. You could choose to lie, but if you lie, consequences, right? If you tell the truth, rewards. So it's like you're being incentivized to just be you and be your real self anyway. And that's when I realized that it worked for me. And this is what's working for you, Geminis, too. This is why I'm talking about myself. I'm drawing an analogy of you to me and how I understand it from your perspective as well as other people's. And your perspective is a greater perspective, because it's definitely frustrating. It's definitely going to put you in a position where you Geminis would feel burnt out, because the Devil, the Hanged Man, and the 10 of Wands is about its entrapment. Here you Geminis go trying to legitimately do the right thing. Like you Geminis get called all kind of names, right? I see it. A lot of people don't be liking Geminis. And I be asking them, like, why? Like, yeah, Geminis can be a pain in the butt, but when you understand them and stuff like this, and especially if they grow and they change because they see it for themselves, that they are a pain in the butt, they're not really that bad though. Like what's with all the, like, I don't get it. Like what's with all the bias when it comes to Geminis? I don't really. But like, I've been in love with a couple of Geminis before. Like, I don't understand what's the bias with the Gemini thing. And then for you Geminis to actually start being better people, then to deal with the nonsense of dating when you had more seeming success when you were playing games. I get it. It's not that you had more success. What it was is you had more short-term success because everybody was playing the game. Back in 2013, everybody was playing the game. Back in 2005, people were playing the game still back then. You dig what I'm saying? I met the Gemini when I was 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? She's like 2-3 years younger than me, if I'm not mistaken. 2-3 years younger than me. So I was 14, she's like 11. You know, hey, okay, all right, we're still minors, okay? Chill out, okay? Ain't nobody doing anything foul, all right? Trust me, her mom used to make sure. Mom used to bust in the room and be like, hey, and it made absolutely no sense. It made absolutely no sense. You don't want me talking to your daughter, which I have no plans of treating your daughter like trash, mind you, but your daughter is bringing home other girls and doing whatever they want to with each other, but you don't see what's wrong with that. I definitely get it, Geminis. You Geminis didn't start seeing any kind of benefit up until you start saying who cares, and started being more of yourselves. And no one is going to shame you Geminis and belittle you into being idiots and stupid and playing someone else's game again. I definitely get it.